What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Amy here, and today I gotta be quiet because it is 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's a story time. Now, I'm gonna make this quick. So y'all don't know, but I do Instacart to get extra money, right? So, alright, this was yesterday. So this is my first experience of doing Instacart. So around 12 or 1 in the, not in the morning, but 12 or 1 p.m., I called my homeboy. He said, I asked him, like, yo, you trying to help me do Instacart? Because he does Instacart. He said, yeah. So I went over to his house, picked him up. We went to Kroger's to stop and get some wait for some batches. We got our first batch, right? It was $4.68, I believe. I don't got no screenshots, but y'all just gonna believe me. So they wanted 1 pound ground beef and a birthday cake flavor ice cream. I looked, I'm like, what the fuck? So I ain't ready to do too much of it. I went in the store, got it. We drove to the they was like 4 miles away from Kroger's. I wasn't even tripping, so I bet. So I drove over there. My homeboy tell me the direction, so I drove over there. They live in an apartment, but the address didn't show where their actual like apartment was at. It just showed where their apartment buildings was at. You know what I'm saying? So I drove around the freaking I drove. By the way, I'm looking at my screen because I'm playing Adult Con, so I drove around the neighborhood, right, trying to find their trying to find their spot. And so I called them. I was like, "Hey, this is Tamar from Instacart. Trying to find your address." Ring, 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 ring. This motherfucker gonna hang up on me while I'm trying to find your shit. What the fuck? So then I got a little irritated. So I was like, "All right, bet." So then I text them. I was like, "Hey." So no, I know they texted me saying like, "Hey, I'm at the lower balcony." So there's a low balcony, a high balcony there. So I'm guessing downstairs, lower balcony. So I'm like, okay, bro, I'm not. This ain't Blue's Clues. I'm not trying to look for clues to find where your shit. Then they text again saying, I'm downstairs with phone in my hand with red stuff. I'm like, bro, just tell me where you at, bro. Like, this is getting ridiculous. So then I finally found, they said it was in the front, so I was like, all right, bad. So I drove to the front, looked slow, I drove slow, and just trying to look. Found them, that's first batch. So that experience wasn't too bad, low batch, wasn't really hard to find them. It was cool. I gave like a 4 out of 10. But right now I'm gonna cut, because I'm gonna upload this to TikTok too. I'm gonna upload as a video, but I'm gonna combine the video, so yeah. But I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna catch you guys for part 2.